One last thing that's gone to the extreme in Houston this week. Brandin Cooks not happy that he wasn't traded, didn't practice Tuesday, didn't practice Wednesday. It was coach's decision that Brandin Cooks didn't play last night. Lovie Smith, the head coach, said after the game that Cooks will be back with the team on Monday. And, Peter, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes here, but I have a feeling it went something like this. Hey, Brandin, we're not going to do the Deshaun Watson thing with you. You're not going to get to not play and get paid for it for the rest of the year, and then we'll trade you after the season. He jeopardizes his $18 million fully guaranteed contract if he deliberately and without permission from the team refuses to practice or play. That $18 million full guarantee that kept him from getting traded. That's the reason he didn't get traded.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to take on that salary. They couldn't work out a deal where the Texans would pay some, Cooks would waive some of it, whatever the case may be. If he fails to practice or play without advance permission of the team to not practice or play, that guarantee is gone. It's just gone. And he's got until Monday to figure it out and re-embrace the team.
Mike, I thought of this last night when I heard that Brandin Cooks was deactivated and evidently had a little snit fit at not being traded. I thought of this. Number one, you, Brandin Cooks, are partially responsible for this because you make $18.5 million. So, I realize you want to get traded and want to go somewhere else where it isn't just punching a clock, reporting for work, and it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. I get that. But sometimes if you choose to take huge money on a team and they choose to pay you that, you've got to take the consequences for that. That's number one. Number two, I blame either Nick Caserio or Cal McNair, who the general manager or owner of the Texans, for this reason. You know that when trades are discussed, that let's just pick a team, Green Bay, Dallas, whoever. There were teams that wanted Brandin Cooks, no question about it. But those teams that wanted Brandin Cooks didn't want to pay $18.5 million. So it's common knowledge in the NFL that if the more money the Texans take, the more money the Texans choose to pay of the contract, the better the draft choice is that they'll get. And I bet they could have gotten a 3 for Brandin Cooks if they took on the majority of his contract next year. The only thing that I'm saying is that wouldn't your team be better off next year with an extra pick that was around 90 overall? Even though you'd have to pay, let's just say, $12 million of Brandin Cooks' contract, let's just say, okay, you would have a resource to be able to replenish, that lost cap money and that lost money. And so to me, I think it was a short-sighted non-trade by the Houston Texans.
And we are now sensitive to this whole concept of, as a practical matter, buying and selling draft picks from what the Texans did with Brock Osweiler in 2017, sending $16 million in fully guaranteed money to the Browns and packaging it with their own second-round pick to get that money off the books at a time when they desperately needed the cap space. And that's part of and I think, Peter, it's one of the realities of the trade deadline. Everybody waits until the last minute. Nobody wants to make the move prematurely because then you end up possibly getting taken advantage of by the other team. But you have to figure out how much the new team's going to pay, how much the Texans are going to pay, how much Cooks is going to sacrifice, if any, of the $18 million fully guaranteed he's due to make next year. And it was too much. It was too many different things that had to happen to get it done. So they could still trade him in the offseason. They could still work out this deal when they don't have that clock ticking toward 4 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, November 1. And I have a feeling that after the season, something will be worked out, and Cooks will be gone from the Texans, and he'll be either back with the Rams or with some other team that won't be paying him $18 million for 2023. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.